Hi, I'm Rose Jacobson, and I forgot to start this off with a BAM, so let me give you one now. BAM! Alright, now today we're going to do something similar with my good friend, Lee Towell, if you're not familiar with him by now. He is a avid blogger, a YouTube celebrity, and also a agent to the stars. So we're going to do another rapid fire round of NBA questions, and we're just going to ask random questions to each other about the NBA and see what answers we get. So starting with one of our popular segments, Kiss and Tell. Who would you kiss on the Chicago Bulls? I would have to kiss Kyle Korver. I think he's a great guy. He's really cute. And also, I love what he does off the court. I think he was the Tim Tebow before Tim Tebow in a sense. Just didn't get that kind of popularity. Great guy on the court, great guy off the court. I can't say anything bad about him. Lee, who on the Bulls are you kissing?
You know what? Corver's a great choice, and that's really nice you chose him. I'm going to choose Stephanie Brewster myself. She is the PR manager for the Bulls currently, and she's really the only female I know that's working with the Bulls. Of course, the Lovables are great, but I don't know any of them personally, so Stephanie Brewster would have to be my choice.
All right, Lee, take it away. What's your question?
All right, my question is, you have a couple of guys in the NBA known for their blocks, but have a little bit of antics. It's JaVale McGee and Andrew Bynum. Both a little bit psycho, but are athletic freaks. Who do you want on your team?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to have to go with JaVale McGee because he doesn't take three-pointers where Andrew Bynum does. You're my center. If I see you taking a three-pointer, you're on the bench for the season. Done. You?
I agree. McGee's a little bit immature, but Andrew Bynum's outright stupid. The foul I saw him put on J.J. Barea last season, I have lost all respect for this guy. I don't care if he put up 30 rebounds. JaVale McGee, I'll take you on my team.
I saw a bird go by before. One of the best characters, I think, currently in the NBA is the Birdman. And one of the things about him that's so important or interesting are his numerous bodywork tattoos. Are you for or against all the body art that these NBA athletes are displaying? I personally am for them, but against them at the same time. I like the fact that Birdman has the tattoos and it kind of makes him a little bit crazier and kind of intimidation factor. But I think that, you shouldn't really get too many tattoos like that. That's just all personal opinion. Lee?
I mean, you look at the NBA, I feel like the NBA is trying to make everybody conform, so to speak. They have all uniforms, trying to make everybody the same. But you have something like a tattoo that can make everybody unique in their own way, and the self-expression that comes from within that. Birdman, he has an identity in the league. He's not just another number.
He's the guy with the crazy necktie, too.
Is the guy with the crazy necktie,
Good example. I like
Yes.
the colors. I like the color use. Lee, take it away. What's the next question?
The next question. We see a lot of coaches coming in from the video room. What do you think about that?
What do you think about that?
Well, you see a guy like Eric Spoelstra and Frank Vogel. We have the Heat and the Pacers, respectively. And now the Blazers just got their guy in, the guy with the hard to pronounce last name.
Although they come in from the video room, I feel like if you don't have that on-court, experience, you can never really truly be a successful coach, which clearly you were going to be able to name names and prove me wrong on this. But that's just my personal belief. I feel like you've had to have played the game at some point to really understand it. Lee?
And you make a good point. You can understand and you can see, but there's a different aspect to being a coach, and that is being able to communicate effectively and to have the respect of your players. You can understand the ins and outs of the game, but if you can't get people to believe that you know the ins and outs of the game, what is that worth? So, agree here.
Musical choice. If you were an NBA athlete, what would be your pump-up song? Personally, I think I would have to go with either Lil Wayne, Pop Bottles, or Lil Wayne, I'm Me. Lee?
I'm going to go with Joe Budden, Pump It Up. I think that song is really a pump-up song. Or I might have to go with Rocky's Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, very classics indeed. Your turn.
Another question on my mind lately has been the choice of numbers by NBA players. You see a guy like Deshaun Stevenson wearing number 92 and Nicholas Batum wearing number 88. Do you think these guys are out of line by going totally the other way in the number spectrum?
I kind of like it because it's sticking it to the referees a little bit. Usually referees in basketball, they want you to have it from 5 and below. So typically your numbers are supposed to be either 25, 15, 5, something where you can give it on both hands. Now they have to physically go 8, 5, which really messes up the scores table. I just think it's kind of funny that they're kind of like sticking it to the referees there, going against what is typical in the NBA and what used to be a rule. How about you, Lee?
I know when I was in high school, I wanted to wear number 8. I was a big Latrell Sprewell fan at the time, and I couldn't wear that number because they said, "Oh, the refs can't do it on 2 hands." I was like, "Come on, go like this, call it a day. I want to wear number 8." No, I had to wear number 21. Not that I'm complaining. I like Garnett, I like Duncan, but still, I think that these guys are just showing that they can do what they want to do. It gives the players a little bit of freedom, and I like that.
Cry me a river, either the biggest crybaby or the biggest flopper. My personal biggest flopper this week or this month is gonna have to go to Deshaun Stevenson of the Nets. Took a mean elbow that didn't actually come anywhere near close to hitting him in a WWE style, and really got the refs and sold them on this one. Looked like it was almost a flagrant and almost got them to call that. Ridiculous. This isn't soccer. This is basketball. I believe acting is part of the game, but some of these people are really getting involved. For or against this, Lee?
I'm for it, and I have an example. Blake Griffin wins my award for this past week as the flop he had after a Jason Smith foul. I'm sorry, but do you know who Jason Smith is? Probably not. This guy basically took out Blake Griffin with a simple shove, and Blake Griffin went flying into the 8th row over nothing.
And Blake Griffin's a rock.
And Blake Griffin is a rock. So I think Blake Griffin wins the award this week for the flop.
And the last one, bright as a light bulb or dumb as a dummy. Who do you think is the dumbest player in the NBA, Lee?
Well, sometimes I gotta question the antics of Nick Young. I mean, you saw what he did. He had a wide open fast break layup, and he shoots it over the backboard. How can you do something like that? You're a professional NBA player. I'm not in my backyard with sweaty palms losing the ball out of bounds. Dunk the ball, lay it in, do whatever you gotta do. Get the ball in the hoop.
I personally love the Bulls and love Derrick Rose. But have you ever heard Derrick Rose talk in an interview? Love that guy, but he struggles in putting sentences together. Derrick Rose, I'd pick him on my team every day of the week. Bright as a light bulb? Not quite sure. Still love him, still would pick him. That's my guess, or my vote. But that's all for today. Until next time, I am Rose Jacobson.
And I'm Lee Tao.
See you guys soon. Have a great night.